What if I told you that the biggest phone rivalry of 2025 isn't about megapixels, processors, or even charging speed? It's about thickness. That's right. After years of bigger, bulkier flagships, two brands have flipped the script. Vivo's X100 series has been making noise with premium specs and powerhouse performance, but now Apple just dropped the iPhone 17 Air, officially its slimmest iPhone ever at just 5.6 millimeters thin. Today, we're diving into a showdown: the Vivo X100 Slim versus the iPhone 17 Air. Both are around the $999 price point, both aim to dominate in design and performance, and both are trending worldwide. Let's break them down. No hype, no fabrications, just the facts. Segment 1. Why this battle matters. This comparison matters because slimness is the new battleground. We've hit a point where performance has leveled out across flagships. Almost every high-end device gives you 120Hz OLED screens, blazing processors, solid cameras, and day-long battery life. But design, how a phone feels in your hand, how easily it slips into your pocket, that's where brands are competing to stand out. On one side, you've got Vivo with the X100, confirmed at 8.49 millimeters thick and weighing in at 206 grams. Vivo is an ultra-slim but packs hardware, including a massive 5,000 mAh battery and 64-megapixel periscope zoom lens. On the other side, Apple's iPhone 17 Air cuts that thickness almost in half, 5.6 millimeters, 165 grams. Sleek, minimal, and marketed as the ultimate slim premium phone. Segment 2. Vivo X100. What we know. Let's start with Vivo because its specs are fully confirmed. The X100 is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 9300, one of the most powerful Android chipsets to date. Pair that with up to 16 GB of RAM and 512 GB of storage, and you're not running out of headroom anytime soon. Display. A 6.78-inch AMOLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and peak brightness pushing 3000 nits. Translation: whether you're outdoors in direct sunlight or gaming in HDR, this thing looks incredible. The battery is a 5,000 mAh unit, but what makes it even more impressive is 120-watt wired charging. Plug it in and you can go from nearly empty to 100% in well under 30 minutes. That's game-changing compared to most flagships. Then there are the cameras. Vivo's setup includes a 50-megapixel wide, a 50-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 64-megapixel periscope telephoto with 3x optical zoom. Add in Vivo's imaging software and Z's partnership, and you've got a camera system built for versatility. Water resistance, IP68 certified, build quality, glass back, in-display fingerprint sensor, and a design that feels every bit like a flagship. Segment 3. iPhone 17 Air. What we know. Now to Apple's latest thin marvel, the iPhone 17 Air. This is not just another yearly refresh, this is Apple introducing its thinnest iPhone ever, clocking in at 5.6 millimeters thick. That number alone makes it a headline grabber. Despite the slim profile, Apple hasn't cut corners on key features. The display is a Super Retina XDR OLED with 120Hz ProMotion, known for crisp color accuracy and buttery smooth scrolling. It's also lighter, weighing just 165 grams, making it noticeably more comfortable to hold one-handed for long periods. Under the hood, you get the A19 Pro chip, Apple's newest silicon designed to push efficiency while delivering top-tier performance. Apple claims up to 27 hours of video playback, which is a bold statement considering how slim this phone is. Cameras are also solid, a 48-megapixel Fusion main sensor, supported by Apple's image processing, plus an 18-megapixel center stage selfie camera. The dual fusion system may not match Vivo's triple lens versatility, but Apple has long led the industry in video quality, color consistency, and ease of use. Price starts at $999, positioning it directly against high-end Android competitors like Vivo's X100. Segment 4. Design and slimness. Let's talk design because this is the defining factor. The Vivo X100 at 8.49mm is slim by flagship standards, especially with that massive battery and periscope lens. It feels substantial in the hand, premium, and slightly heavier, but you're reminded of the hardware it packs every time you use it. The iPhone 17 Air at 5.6mm is in a whole different league. That's thinner than many older iPods, thinner than most budget phones, and even thinner than some credit card holders. Holding it feels futuristic. Sliding it into your pocket, you almost forget it's there. But here's the trade-off. With thinness comes reduced internal space. Apple claims excellent video playback, but we don't yet know the exact mAh capacity of its battery. On the flip side, Vivo's thicker build makes room for larger cells, bigger cooling, and that periscope zoom module. Segment 5. Camera comparison. Cameras are always a make-or-break feature. Vivo X100 brings the hardware variety. 50-megapixel wide for standard shots. 50-megapixel ultra-wide for landscapes and group photos. 64-megapixel periscope telephoto for zooming without losing detail. 32-megapixel front camera for selfies. This combination means versatility. Whether you're traveling, vlogging, or capturing wildlife, the hardware gives you options. Vivo also benefits from Z's optics and strong low-light performance. iPhone 17 Air, meanwhile, goes for simplicity and software strength. 48-megapixel fusion main camera. 18-megapixel selfie camera with center stage for video calls. While it lacks periscope zoom, Apple's computational photography bridges gaps. Consistent skin tones, natural colors, and industry-leading video stabilization make iPhones reliable for creators. So if you want raw hardware variety, Vivo wins. If you want effortless point-and-shoot with polished results, iPhone holds its ground. Segment 6. Battery and performance. Battery life is where the philosophies differ. Vivo X100. A 5,000 mAh battery ensures strong endurance, especially paired with 120 LU wired charging. Forget overnight charging, just plug in for 20 to 25 minutes and you're basically full. That's a luxury for heavy users, travelers, or anyone who hates waiting. iPhone 17 Air. Apple claims up to 27 hours of video playback. That's impressive, especially given the phone's slim profile. But remember, Apple hasn't revealed the exact battery capacity in milliamp hours. Real-world tests will reveal if it can keep up during mixed usage, gaming, calls, browsing, and multitasking. Performance. Both phones pack powerhouse chips. The Dimensity 9300 in Vivo delivers exceptional AI computing and gaming stability. The A19 Pro in the iPhone is designed for speed and efficiency, optimized with iOS. In benchmarks, Apple usually edges out slightly, but Vivo's raw numbers are nothing to dismiss. Vivo dominates fast charging. Apple shines in efficiency. Which one fits you depends on your lifestyle. Segment 7. Trade-offs. Every phone has trade-offs. The Vivo X100 is thicker, but that thickness pays off with a bigger battery, faster charging, and versatile camera hardware. It's built for users who want all the features, even if it means a heavier phone. The iPhone 17 Air is thinner, lighter, and stunningly sleek. But thinness can mean compromises, less space for periscope lenses, potentially smaller battery, and greater fragility risk. Apple has compensated with efficiency claims, polished design, and premium materials. Segment 8. Predicting slim phone trends. This battle might be a preview of the next big trend. For years, brands competed on battery size, megapixels, or screen refresh rates. Now design and slimness could become the focus. The iPhone 17 Air sets a new benchmark at 5.6 millimeters, and if it succeeds, expect other brands to follow. But the Vivo X100 proves there's still demand for feature-packed devices with slightly thicker builds. The middle ground may be where the industry lands. Slim enough to feel sleek, but thick enough to fit robust batteries and advanced cameras. Either way, 2025 is shaping up to be the year when thinner is better makes a comeback, with Apple leading the charge and companies like Vivo reminding us that practicality still matters. Final thoughts. So let's bring it home. Design crown, iPhone 17 Air. At 5.6 millimeters, it's unmatched in slimness. Feature crown, Vivo X100. Bigger battery, faster charging, and more versatile camera setup. Performance crown, both phones are cutting edge. Apple edges efficiency, Vivo delivers raw hardware. If you want a sleek, feather-light device that feels futuristic, the iPhone 17 Air is the pick. If you want a powerhouse that can shoot, game, and charge at lightning speed, the Vivo X100 is tough to beat. At $999, both are premium investments. The question is simple. Do you value slim elegance or all-out features? Drop your answer in the comments. Which one would you buy today?